Hi ladies! In today's video I am going to be sharing with you a typical day of a full-time working mom of two kids. One of which is a second grader, so we are dealing with the remote learning, and the other one is a 4-year-old who I am trying to keep contained and preoccupied as I work during the day. And as we are going through the day, I am going to be sharing with you some small tips and habits on what we can do to help us keep the house clean during this crazy time. So let's get started with the day. Now my typical days start at 3:30 in the morning. I know it's crazy, but if you want to know why I do it or what I do during those mornings, check out the link in the description box. I have a morning routine over there so you can kind of see it after you finish watching this video. But after my workout, coffee, and doing a couple of hours of work, it is time to take a bit of a break and start getting ready for the kids to wake up and start their day. And that's where my first tip comes in, and that is related to dishes. So one of the habits that I have is to put the dishes away first thing in the morning. So my husband is the one who empties the dishwasher, and he does it each night before he goes to sleep. So he's the night owl, I am the morning person. So he will empty the dishwasher before he goes to sleep, and in the morning I'm just emptying out whatever was drying on a rack. When you start your day with an empty sink, it just makes it easier to put the dishes in a sink or in a dishwasher as you are using them throughout the day. Now my kids usually wake up between 7:30 and 8 in the morning. They come downstairs and I make them their breakfast. And this is usually when I also eat my breakfast as well. And that's where my next tip comes in. I like to prepare my breakfast on the weekend to save me some time during the weekday mornings. And it also saves me with the cleanup because I don't have to make too many dishes dirty to get my stuff ready in the morning. So let me know in the comments, do you eat the same thing every morning for breakfast? And if you do, let me know what is your typical breakfast. Another tip that I have for you is that if it is your laundry day, to start doing laundry early in the morning. That way, even as you are working, you can just switch it off from the laundry into the dryer as you're going about your day. So around 9 o'clock, we start e-learning. And my next tip is to have a designated school area for your kids to do their work. That way, their stuff doesn't spill everywhere throughout the house. They just have one area for all their supplies, their books, their computer or tablet. And then it's easier to contain, and it is so much easier to clean up during the day. So usually at the beginning of the school day, I'll just go over with my son on what his assignments are so he can get started with his schoolwork as I am doing my work. And the same thing goes for your work area. If you don't have a designated office space, then find a designated workspace. For the same reason, it's easier to contain your work stuff, your papers, your laptop, your whatever office supplies you are using, I know I use a lot, into one area. And that makes it easier to clean up at the end of the day. So after a few hours of school and work, it is time for a lunch break. And one of the tips that I have for you is to teach your kids to put their dishes away when they are done. This is why my kids eat on plastic plates, so I don't have to be scared that they're gonna drop the plate from the table and break it, or in case of my daughter, when she puts the dishes away in the sink, she just drops them because she is too small to put them down. So that prevents the dishes from being broken all the time. And after lunch, my daughter usually likes to do some crafts or play with her dolls, and this particular day she has chosen paint. So what I do is, my main goal is to contain the mess into one area. So for the painting projects that she does, I will grab a plastic or paper plate, something that I can just throw away after she is done using it, and I'll put a little bit of each color that she wants on it. So that helps with spilling of the paint, That helps me not to waste a lot of paint, and it is so much easier to clean up afterwards because I'll just throw it away. So this is the state of the house at 2 p.m. My dog just resting away. Toys start to appear everywhere. Emilia watching something. Painting is done. I need to clean that up. And finishing up some schoolwork. And I'm gonna go make some coffee. So as soon as my workday is done, I go to my son and we kind of go over what he has done and turn in any homework that needs to be turned in. So it's not really a homework, it's basically every day they have to turn some work in to their teachers, so that's what we are doing. And since it's on the computer, I'm just there to kind of help him out. also when my daughter wants to spend some time with me. When I'm done working, she has been waiting all day to, to play with me. So besides the lunch hour, I don't get to play with her during the day. So after work, I usually will play with her for a little bit, usually with her dolls. Sometimes we go outside. It really all depends on the weather. But this day she really wanted to play with some of her Barbies, so that's what we did. And after that playtime is over, then I move and do a quick tidy up of my desk. So that is my next tip for you, is to spend just a few minutes each day to pick up your workspace so it doesn't pile up at the end of the week. Because I know I used to do that. I used to just, leave everything on for the next day, and by the end of the week the pile was just so high, it was so disorganized that it was driving me crazy. So spend that couple of minutes, clean it up, and the next day you're gonna be very happy that you did. And on that particular day I also wanted to pick up some books or put them away. Those were the books that were all from our bedrooms. They have just kind of accumulated over there over the past week. So we brought them over here and just wanted to organize them. And do you guys also miss the library as much as we do? Because that's what this reminds me of as I'm watching it right now, how much we miss our library. We used to go there once a week, and now the library has been closed for 8 weeks. So we really are waiting for it to reopen so we can get some new books. Is the quick tidy up of the island. So as you saw, that's where my son is doing all his schoolwork. So I just want to make sure that we clean it off, that it's all ready to go for the next day. To clean up any dishes that have accumulated. Like I said, usually we do try to stay on top of it as much as possible throughout the day, but it's just, how it goes. Sometimes you have so many meetings. My husband usually is really good about staying on top of it. So what you see in the sink is just a few dishes that were left over after our snack in the afternoon and after my coffee. That day I had some leftover fettuccine alfredo from the day before, so I just decided to add some spinach because I really needed to use it up. So it was very quick dinner, which I'm always happy with those. And another tip that I have for you is, as you're cooking dinner, try to wash the dishes as you are cooking. That is huge for me, because if I don't do that, by the time we are done eating, there is so much stuff to wash up afterwards. And if I keep up with it as I'm cooking, it just makes it so much easier. after dinner, I wanted to put away the laundry. And this is one of the chores that we are started asking our kids to do. So the chores, the whole concept of chores is very new to them, but I will tell you that this helps me a lot. Especially since you know how much I dislike putting the laundry away. So this is the tip that I have for you, is get your kids involved with housework as early as you can, because I wish I have started that sooner. So as we were dealing with the chores, my husband went to Costco to pick a few things up. So I want to make it a point to really put things away as soon as possible. I have learned that if I procrastinate with those items, honestly, they will be there for a few days. If I don't put them away right away, they're just somehow, I don't do it for a few days. So that's the tip that I have for you. Whatever you bring your groceries, put them away right away. And the last thing that I will show you is my cleaning routine for that day. So I'm going to link my daily cleaning video routine down below so you can see what I do each day. But that is also a tip that I have for you, to create a cleaning routine that works for you and your family. That way, you really won't have to think about what you should be cleaning on a particular day or when should you be cleaning it. It will become so automatic to you, and you will do it much quicker. So it's really gonna save you a lot of cleaning time. And that is all I have for you in this video. I hope you enjoyed those tips. If you did, make sure you like this video and subscribe down below so you don't miss any of my future ones. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.